In the previous movie, we used a total of 8 if statements to allow our circle to animate. In each if statement, we're checking the same property, which is if the key code of the pressed key is equal to a certain number. There's a much better way of doing so, which is by using the switch statement. So I'll start up a new project, ActionScript 3.0 project. I will again create a simple shape, convert to a symbol, give it an instance name of circle, and then create a new layer first called actions, and then open up our actions panel. First, we need to add an event listener to this stage that listens for keyboard events, same as we did with the one before. So we'll write stage dot add event with a capital E, listener with a capital L. Then it's going to be a keyboard event. Dot, what happened here? Event dot key, all uppercase, underscore down. And then a comma, and then the name of the function is going to be animate. Semicolon, again, copy this piece of code, paste it. This one will be key underscore up, and the name of the function will again be, you guessed it, unanimate. Now to define the function animate and the function unanimate, write function animate e colon keyboard event colon void, and then our opening and closing curly brackets, and within this function we will place our switch statement. Start off by writing switch, and then the element we're checking the property of, and in this case we're checking the key code of the key pressed, so e dot key code, and then a set of braces. Now we will want to check several cases for which within each case we will check the value of the key code for the key being pressed. So we'll write case. First, for the up arrow key, the key code is 38. Write 38 and then colon. That means if the key code for the key being pressed is 38, then whatever after this case statement will happen. If the key code for the key being pressed is equal to 38, I want the circle to move upwards. So I'll add an event listener, which is an interframe event, to the circle, which triggers a function called up, which moves the circle upwards. So we'll write circle dot add event listener. It's going to be an event dot all uppercase enter underscore frame, and comma, and the function will be called up. Semicolon to end your statement, and then the next bit of code is really important. Should write break. That means that if the key code is equal to 38, then this piece of code will be executed, and then it gets out of this case using the break statement. Then we'll write case, and the key code for the down arrow key is 40, and colon, and now circle. Let's just simply copy this piece of code, paste it here. The function will be down. Again, break, semicolon, again paste. You know what, let's copy this with the break. So copy, paste, then paste. So now for the left arrow key, which has a key code of 37, sorry, so case 37, the function will be called left. And again, for the right arrow key, the key code is 39, so case 39, right. So now we have the function that animates our circle. We still have to define these functions. I will define them after I define the function unanimate, which is pretty similar to the function animate. So copy this piece of code, paste it here, call function unanimate. Again, it's a keyboard event, but instead of adding event listeners, we're going to remove event listeners. So remove, 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 and remove. Okay, good. So now we have defined our animate function and our unanimate function. We still have to define the up, down, left, and right functions. Right function, up, it has an interframe event as an event variable, so e colon event, then colon void, then a set of empty braces. We refer to our circle, so circle dot y. In order for the circle to move up, we subtract 5 pixels from its y coordinates. So y minus equals 5. Semicolon to end your statement. And similarly, we'll copy this and then paste it 3 other times. 1, 2, 3. This will be function down. Y plus equals 5. Function left. X minus equals 5. And then function right. X plus equals 5. So now we have defined our event listeners, one to animate, one to unanimate. In the animate function, we add event listeners, which is an interframe event for the circle, one for the up movement, one for the down, one for the left, and one for the right. Again, the function unanimate removes event listeners so that the circle would stop animating whenever we release our up arrow key, down, left, or right arrow key. And finally, here we have defined our up moving function, down, left, and right. So this should be it. Control Enter to test. And here, as I hit the right arrow key, the circle moves right, left, down, up, and down. So once again, to use a switch statement, we simply write the condition or the property we're trying to check, and we can write as many cases as we want. In each case, we're checking if the value of the property we're testing is equal to the value which is after the word case, and if the condition is satisfied, then whatever is within the case will be executed. And don't forget to write the break statement after this has been executed. One last note is that there's something called a default in the switch statement. The default means that if I pressed a key which doesn't have a key code equal to any of these, then the default statement will be executed. In this case, we don't need a default statement because I don't want anything to happen if the user doesn't press the up, down, left, or right arrow keys. But just for teaching purposes, I'll write the default statement. So default, then colon, then I want it to trace, let's say, press, inside quotations, press the arrow keys. And then, of course, break. So we'll test our movie. I'll try and hit the W key, and then the output panel appears and says press the arrow keys. Try hitting the space bar. Oh, I'm sorry, I need to click here, and again I'll press the space bar, and it says press the arrow keys. So again, the default statement is, in case none of these statements has been satisfied, the default statements would run.